Hello everyone, Kaiser Bunker here. Today I'm going to play some Mega Man 2, particularly Pigman Stage, the hardest stage in the game. Now what's so hard about Pigman Stage? The fact that there's a couple of sections where light beams come from the sides, and if they hit you, it's one hit instant death. Now, there's an easy way to prevent this, which is if you beat Flashman before you play Quickman Stage, you can use his gun, which is called Time Stopper, and then you stop it, you use it, you stop the time, and the beams will stop. And then unless you walk into them, you won't die. But there's actually a possible way to avoid the light beams without using the time stop weapon. In fact, you're gonna need the time stop weapon to beat the Quickman himself, since he's also a very tough boss, one of the toughest in the game, and that weapon is his weak spot, basically the one you use the time. If you have the time stopping team weapon at full power, you can shave off half of his health bar. Because if you want to use, let's say, the Mega Man Buster, the regular Buster, then it's gonna take a while to beat him, and he's also, as the name says, extremely fast. That's why his name is Quickman. So it's probably best to practice a little bit in order to save up the time stopping machine, the time stopping weapon for the boss fights, and just get past the light beams without using it. No, it's actually easier than you think it is. So with some practice, you can do it. I'll show you how.
Here we go, the Mega Man 2 select stage. Now we select Quickman, obviously. And it begins. I love this fast-paced theme. Might as well get the extra life, because it can always come in handy. Now, in the first section, the light beams are easy to avoid. I've been able to avoid them ever since I was a kid. You don't need to be a great player to avoid them. So no need for the time stopper per weapon. This section's also easy. Now here it goes. Gotta be careful. One wrong move and you're gone. As you can see here, never move to the left, never walk to the left, or else you'll die. That's why getting an extra life is always important. I highly advise it. Even more experienced players can fail in this section of the level. Let's try again. See, turn right and you don't die. Now this part is easy. Stick to the right. Left immediately, turn immediately. No point getting that life, that's a trap. Don't go on the either. Well, maybe it's possible, but... And there it goes. See, it's easy. And now on to beat the stage. And I'll show it. Time stopping machine against Quickman himself. As you can see, you can beat those guys with Airman's weapon. Right on. See? It will eat half of his health bar. And I just used the buster. Boom. There he goes. Quickman is gone. Dun, dun, dun.
And there it is. That's how you do it. Now, many of you might be about to say now that, dude, everyone knows this. Everyone who has played Mega Man 2 knows this. Well, yeah, but keep in mind that our generation is getting older and older. And there's a whole new generation that did not grow up playing NES games or Super Nintendo games or even Nintendo 64 and PS1 games. A new generation of young adults are people whose first console was probably the Nintendo Wii or the PS3 or the Xbox 360. That's crazy, but time keeps moving on. And therefore not a lot of people might not know this. Plus, they grew up in the time where games have gotten easier, so to speak. And whenever they play older games, they often use save states. So there's a lot of young adults nowadays that aren't really aware of the tension of older games and seeing that game over screen, which we all dreaded. So it doesn't hurt to make a video like this, giving them some pointers. After all, we all use YouTube for helping when we get stuck in games nowadays. We need to beat certain parts, including myself when it comes to retro gaming, and I grew up playing older video games. And a lot of them are pretty hard to know. Speaking of difficulty, people say that the Mega Man series is extremely difficult. Well, it is hard, it is challenging, I won't deny it. That being said, and I'm not bragging because I'm not a super player by any means, but the Mega Man series, while challenging, it's not the hardest video game series in the world, by any means. I mean, I've beaten Mega Man 1, God knows how, Mega Man 2 many times, probably because it was not my first ever Mega Man, the one I grew up with, so I know it by heart by now. Mega Man 3 many times on the Anniversary Collection, Mega Man 5 sometimes, and the reason why I haven't beaten it even more times is because, well, I'd say it's the weakest of the 6 NES Mega Man games, therefore I don't play it that often. That means it's not a bad game by any means. It's just not as good as the others. And I've beaten Mega Man X1 several times as well. Well, and I'm sure I'll beat it even more often in the future. Now, as you can see, I haven't beaten Mega Man 4, Mega Man 6, Mega Man X2, and Mega Man X3. Also, I have played some Mega Man 7 and Mega Man 8, but I haven't gotten very far in either game yet. So yeah, as you can see, the Mega Man series is challenging. But not impossible by any means. If you want to know about which games I find harder than the classic Mega Man games, well, on the NES you have Battletoads and the Japanese Super Mario Brothers too. Now that's really hard. And also a game I haven't been able to beat yet in my 33 years on this earth is the original Ninja Turtles game. The farthest I've managed to get to was to the Technodrome, but the guys in the jetpacks, the astronauts in the jetpacks, well, that's what they look like, killed me. and that's quite impressive, from my personal experience, because well, when I was a kid I couldn't get past the damn level like most people, and as an adult I remember when I was 19 or something I managed to reach the airport level. So yeah, perhaps one day I'll beat that game once and for all and make a video about it. Anyway, that's the video. Thank you very much for watching it. Have a nice day, and don't forget to subscribe.